everyone, and welcome back to Empire with Darth Mod. It turns out that the defenders of that Spanish fort in South America decided to go out of the fort and attack us. And so right now we've got the only unit really coming close to our lines is the 7th Grenadier Regiment, Marine Grenadiers, which are closing in on our lines. And they just passed into firing range. Thing is, I'm gonna close this one in. Both of these actually. I'm gonna slightly turn up. We're not gonna lose a terrible amount of men. We're gonna close in enough so we can deliver some devastating volleys. I do believe this one, this regiment right here on the right, is going to have to possibly form square. Right, I don't think we should wait any longer. Let's give the Spaniards what they want. Look at that torrent of bullets that flow through there. Not a lot of enemies were killed though. We got these two regiments stationed in the forest. And we're gonna tell them to fire now that the dragoons got snagged. Damn, I'm not entirely sure what we upgraded, but in terms of fire, just the amount of fire we're able to put down, it's quite amazing, I must say. Although we still are quite inaccurate. Spanish Grenadiers holding on as best they can. But it's not going too well against them because they're, well, they're quite outnumbered, I must say. Right now our cannons are targeting the enemy cannons inside of the fort. Look at all those bullets. It almost looks... I don't think we've been seeing this clearly before. Now they sort of look the same as the what's it called? The arrows. You could see the arrows quite clearly before. How about we load explosive and start firing upon the grenadiers? They're coming in quite hefty flank fire coming in from there. A lot of the bullets from the forest are being soaked up by the forest. But they're down now to less than 100 men. Best maybe to turn these regiments to face the garrison regiment. Ah, they are retreating. And we will now march to try to defeat this one. Try to, I say. I think we're rather likely to do that. Oh, they came back. I still have the howitzers, yes, the howitzers are trained on them, so... Blasting over in the sky above them. They are going to stay and fight though. Let's give them something they'll remember then. This one actually doesn't have a number. They're all called just colonial. Huh. Right, how close can we get to them? Oh. Maybe we... ooh, crap. We just blew up our own unit there. Okay, I don't think we're gonna go any closer than that. Halt! Fire! Right, they were sent away. Now plug that gap, if you please. And open fire on the 103rd. Right, in between these two, we'll go ahead and see about capturing the fort. This is at 50%, so clearly we won't be climbing there. And the howitzer should not fire there anymore, but fire the regiment. I think that if we defeat the enemy regiment, it might be very well so that the howitzers will give up. We'll still try to get entrance into the fortress though. Are you not within range, or why exactly are you not firing? They're waiting for some single soldier to come in line. There we go. Thing is, this one could probably gain quite a bit of ground before firing directly into the flank. And now we're firing the howitzer shots. Not landing too close though. This unit, are you completely ready? No. Let's see. Let's make sure that they're all reloaded. And then we'll march up, straight in the flank, and deliver a decisive volley. You will climb, and you will march to stay by the gate to see if we can get through there. Right, are we ready? I do believe we are. Advance! 236 men. The Spaniards are too worried about the front line to worry about their flank. Look at all this smoke. They're firing directly into the jungle. This can't be very effective, can it? I mean, shooting at them is not very effective either. You can see some of the bullets. They're flying all the way over here and landing around the cannon. Wait, do we have two cannons? Oh yes! Completely forgotten the fact that we have two cannons. Okay, I don't think we need to go any further than this. Ah, crap. Even though we're still quite far away from the regiment, both the howitzer shots landed enough, or close enough for this to hit our unit. Right, yeah, in order. Okay, you'll need to stop because you're firing into the back of a friendly unit. You will instead march up and support them from behind. Okay, everyone ready? Open fire! Massive casualties on this flank of the Spanish unit. If you please this time, if you could actually fire at the enemy unit, that would be nice, rather than hitting our own. The 103rd is defeated after severe casualties in the flank. And we've now gained access on top of this. Go down, deal with bayonets and kill off that unit. Right. Chase the Spanish into the forest. I have no doubt that they will surrender at some point, unless they want to stay out there with the Native Americans. Boom! Took two right there. Quite a delayed sound of the explosion. Right, get inside. Oh, the door is open as well. Right, you march in as well. I think it's high time you surrender then. I think they are actually the ones that have been firing into the wall here. Yep. They've been firing straight into the wall here. Are we going through the door as well? Or are these idiots climbing? No, they're gathering up to be able to march through. Here we go, the door is opening. And the regiment is marching through. Right, let's get these guys. and end this fight. I'm not entirely sure where the Mughal Empire's force have landed, but last episode we saw that there were two navies that have arrived with quite a few of two full stacks of the Mughal army ready to attack the Spanish. We just took quite the area there. Right, nice. They're all gathering up there so I can strike them in one blow. Down around there on the foot on the boot of Italy. And then I've also transported the army from Tripoli up, and so they've landed on Sardinia and will face off against the army there. Sweden doing something funny? Are they trading for another crazy settlement somewhere in the middle of nowhere? I'm not entirely sure how that Sweden managed to do that. Some of their diplomatic power to be able to get these territories in far off lands without actually going and invading it. It's quite impressive. Although Sweden has been losing on the mainland, Prussia has taken Hanover, so that the let's see what this is. Enemy raid on the vineyard. It looked like Native Americans. So workers on strike in New Andalusia. Right, they are not very happy. But as I repair these buildings, I think we'll see a change. Also, we'll have to get this port online again, so we can get the coffee and whatnot out of this area. We actually got two ports here, but I'm not entirely sure. What do we have here? Oh, a college! That's why it was trouble. Troublesome students are causing trouble for us. Oh, a really fat Protestant missionary in Florida. How nice. Well, let's see. Florida is 93%. Why don't you move over to Georgia? Georgia needs some Christianity. Right, and then you march into this region. We'll get this farm going. And then you were supposed to go... Florida is sort of under our control. This place maybe needs some spread. Well, this region definitely. Let's get the spy on the way. You're supposed to go over there. And this spy is supposed to go over here. And then once we're ready to leave this region, this army will come through here. We might invade them, we might not. Kind of tired of fighting the Indians. Construction report. Cherokee territory. And what else? London, England. Actually, it says... Oh. When I look at it this way, it looks as though there's one more point to be built there. And we're going through all of this. You know what? That's not important. What's important is war. Public servant dive. Faithfully picked Carney. Oh no, didn't he gain quite a good... And Helitrip Daves, that's people in government. The Navy has arrived. A part of it. I imagine the Spanish might have taken up some of the areas here. Don't understand why Kurland is here. They can't even... Last we saw... Ah, there they are. So they're still in position here. The question is... Oh, it looks like they have added... Yeah, they've added on our privateer ships. There's 4 of them. We want... I thought I moved in the rest of the Navy here. That's unfortunate. We've got a few really big ships to deal damage to them here. Technology advances. Very good. The raid. New port emerges. Calais. It's gonna be trade. Trained gained. Steady under fire. New town emerges in Florida. How about a pleasure palace? And then we're gonna upgrade the port right there. We're keeping this under control. Right. And what I want to do is we want to do the fights in Europe now. So we got this one here. Well, I think we'll go ahead and maybe do this one first. No, this one's bigger, so maybe we'll wait for that one and do it all in one episode. Let's go ahead and build a church school. And repair these navies, but then I'm gonna turn these ports into trading ports. Well, one of them, and this one might be a fishery. Since I think I'm gonna release this back into the hands of some nation, or maybe have it rebel. I'm not sure yet. I don't think we're gonna do this one first. So we're gonna do this one first, since the other one is a bit bigger, and I want to do that on its own then. And yeah, off we go. And here we are for the battle deployment. What I went ahead and did was I minimized the thing, the interface. And what you can see is now I can actually see all the units, which sounds good, because now I can see all of them. Anyways, as for the deployment, we've got the cannons here. I intend to push them forwards here and deploy them to fire down upon the Spanish. And to lead this charge, we've got the Royal Highland Grenadiers. In the center, we got the Royal Irish Regiment, followed up by the Coldstream Guards. And over there, we got the Black Watch. Behind there, we've got the Guard Infantry to support the howitzers, which currently I've set to not fire at will. We got the General, or the Field Marshal of Europe, which is Braddock, and he's got his two cuirassiers behind him. And then we've got the Hussars back here, and I think that's all of it. So let's go ahead and start this. So we're gonna start by having the Black Watch. It's gonna gain ground like this. Then we're gonna have the Spaniards, not the Spaniards, the Irish, for God's sake. Spaniards is our enemies. The Spaniards, no, the Irish, god damn it. The Irish are gonna move up like that. The Royal Grenadiers, the Royal Highland Grenadiers are gonna move up like that. Cannons gonna move into position on this high ground. They're gonna have these British Fusiliers follow up behind. And the Coldstream Guard should not be far behind the main line as a reinforcement. We had a lot of enemy cannons just striking through and hitting the Horse Guards. So I think we're going to move Braddock and his Horse Guards down behind there. The Hussars are going to move as far up here into the flank as possible, if I can get them to move there. So there we have the army movements. The Spanish are moving forwards. I want to see what the Spanish have, so we're going to move to slow motion really quick just here. Let's see, we got normal line infantry coming up, armed citizenry, normal line. A lot of these have been fighting, as you've seen before, but they haven't been fighting us, have they? So garrison infantry, a lot of it is just normal line infantry. We got militia. I don't think we have any interesting units here. Hopefully we'll get our cannons up quite soon. You know what? We'll get the howitzers to shoot their cannons. Let's use explosive shot. Oh, we don't reach with explosive shots. Round shot it is then. Now this is good, because now of course I can select all the units and tell them where to fire. Right, and back to normal speed. We've got some fire going down by the Royal Irish regiments, firing down upon the Spaniards as they come closer to our line. There came all the howitzer shots. More and more of the Royal Irish are firing. They're in quite compact lines, so cannons would be quite devastating firing on this. This line on the very flank of the Spanish is going to have a hard time. Oh, let's see what's going on here. The Black Watch, of course, firing by rank, unless, of course, being assaulted by cavalry, as in this case. Hold your ground. Yeah, they're all firing at will right now. Let's see, is my cannons ready? Soon enough they'll be ready. The Spanish really trying to charge our lines. With these numbers, they're outnumbered. They should have really stayed back and defended. But they are bold and they go for the attack. We've got the cavalry units once more trying to attack. Can we get at least one of these units starting firing by rank? If that stupid cavalry could stay away. Oh, here comes a cavalry charge. But for some reason they stopped just there at the road. And then they tried to sort of sweep through. Didn't really go well. There's a lot of Spanish coming down right here. Oh, yeah, hold fire, men. Hold fire. That will go for the entire line, actually. We'll see how well our men do on their own. The Royal Irish and the Black Watch. They're fighting on citizenry, so that should go pretty well. The howitzers are continuing to fire. Black Watch firing through here. Wait, was that? No, that was a fire by rank. It's a Carabinier unit firing from horseback. They probably would have done better if they'd come around this side of the church, firing into the flank. It seems their attack on this flank has failed, and so it's pushed around towards the center. And the Royal Irish are giving them everything they've got. The cannons are now in position, and will they be deployed to fire down upon the enemy. Right. The Royal Grenadiers, Royal Highland Grenadiers, will now move to envelop the enemy. And we can see about doing the same possibly with the Black Watch. At least these two units should be able to march out into a position like that, while these two will gain ground if you can. I think it was partially blocked there. If they can gain ground on this one regiment that's holding that position. And then we will push this one forwards into a position right in between there. And they should be able to fire into the sort of overlapping, as we can see, on the enemy unit there. Hurry into position, men! And open fire on the Spaniards. The Coldstream Guard are ready. Yeah, I want you to target that area right there. And they are broken. With one volley. Hold your fire. And let the Spanish and the Black Watch recuperate. Right, they're forced away over here. They're forced away over here. And the battle is over. The Braddock, yeah, Braddock's cavalry still lost a few more men. The cannons were aiming for it. Bloody dishonest Spaniards firing on the general. But I guess they had no choice since they were so outnumbered. And then they marched straight into us, and we were able to use our superior numbers to completely envelop them almost. And you can see how it went for them. Well, I think we've killed enough. Let's go and end the battle. Close victory. Close victory, though? Well, I guess they killed quite a few in close quarters with us. Let's go ahead and save this as Sardinia. That's how you spell Sardinia. If you spell it really fast, which is the main point of everything, isn't it? Right, we lost less than 1,000 men, and the enemy lost their entire force. Still, they call it a close victory, which I don't really see. Braddock and his army is still very much intact, and we just got Sardinia, which is one of the regions we will keep, unlike a few other regions we have. This will be turned into a trade port because we need to get that wine that we got on this, get that off the island. We need to get some trade ports here as well. Right, we're not going to do this battle this time around. Let's see if there's other things I can do before the end of this. What we'll do... Wait, don't we have the army? Yes, the army here is ready to march. You know what? I'll be kind to these poor fellows. And we're not going to declare war on them. Instead, we're going to ask them if we can pass through. Military access. We demand 10 turns in exchange for a humble sum of 10,000 pounds. No, that's a bit much, isn't it? He's destitute. 5,000 pounds. And wait, we can threaten them with this. You know what? Let's go ahead and send proposal. No, threaten, send proposal, send proposal. A satisfactory deal. Very good. Are you still feeble and destitute? Yeah, you don't make any money. You should really... I guess their villages aren't really growing. 96 until the next one is grown up. There's only 4,000 people living here. Quite sad, actually. This army consists of more men that lives in this village. Right, we'll march directly towards New Mexico. No, not New Mexico. We'll march directly for Mexico. And then we'll see about maybe backtracking to get Mexico. Or what I can do is I can split up the army. Depending on what the spy draws up for information about Santa Fe, we can actually split this army because it is, in fact, rather a large army. And so the main portion of the army can continue down after taking this, can continue down toward... Wait, can we even march through here? There's a lot of thick jungle. Yeah, we probably can. But there's no roads. So we'll have to go off-road into here. Can we march? Yeah, we have to march through here. But what I could do is I could send the light infantry to deal with the other force up there. I don't think there's a risk of them attacking here, so this force can stay as it is. We'll probably need to exempt them from tax, at least until we've gotten rid of the students in New Andalusia. But beyond that, I don't think we have that much else to do, unless upgrading Birmingham and upgrading, what's this? Coal Brokesdale. Mines need to be upgraded. Also the ports should be upgraded at this point. So we're going to upgrade Newcastle, the dry dock in Newcastle and the dry dock in Portsmouth. Going to upgrade those. Is there anything else here on the islands? I'm going to have to go through now with the new technologies to see what manufacturers and stuff need to be upgraded. But anyways, I think this will be it for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!